So investigate, why do you feel the way you feel? Why do you feel bad? Why did a bad feeling, why did a contraction arise? Always, always, always it is because you believed in lack. There is no exception to this rule, at least not that I've found, and I've done quite a bit of searching. I've never found a negative contraction, a negative experience, a negative emotional experience that did not find its root in me believing that there's some kind of lack that has occurred, is occurring, will occur, or potentially even could occur, even though there's no signs of it. Such as, oh, well, but, 30 years down the road, I might lose my job, so let me save up some money right now. Ooh, feels contracted. Why? Because you're believing that lack could exist, even if there's no signs yet in your reality. Now, this is for very weak minds. This is not you guys. For you guys, you only feel the contraction if this immediate circumstance actually seems threatening to an extent, right? You don't believe in like 30 years from now, right? Otherwise, you can walk out this door right now and go watch my YouTubes and then return. So the idea that like can potentially exist, therefore let me do everything I can to avoid it 30 years from now, does not apply to any of you, correct? Okay, good. Thank you. What might still apply to you guys, and that's still okay, maybe next week I'll kick you out. But today, it's still fine. If you believe that because of an immediate circumstance or scenario or the numbers in your bank account or because someone said something to you, that a contraction arises because to your logical linear mind, to your petty mind, the petty mind in all of us, we all have a petty minded side. And the petty mind within you gets triggered because it believes that the circumstance indicates that lack is about to arrive. Again, you've never actually discovered there to be any lack. You've never found an experience of lack. It has never arrived before. You're still here. We're still talking to each other. You still have all your limbs, and even if you don't, there's no lack either. You're still here. Things are still flowing. You're still on your journey. Lack has not ever occurred to you, except in your projections, except according to your mind. So when you believe that lack is about to arrive at your doorstep, you feel a contraction. Why do you feel the contraction? You do not feel the contraction because lack is actually about to arrive and your perception about it is accurate. And so the contraction is not actually an accurate, workable protective mechanism that has anything to do with the actual nature of lack arriving at your doorstep. That's not why you feel contraction. You don't feel contraction because there actually is danger in your circumstances. So why do you feel the contraction? You feel the contraction because you're wrong. You feel the contraction because your perception is out of alignment with what is actually occurring. It's that simple. I've said this many times, and I'll continue to say it many times until I retire, which might be sooner rather than later. And so, when you think lack is about to arrive, you contract. You contract because spirit disagrees with the way that you're asserting your personal vibration. You're saying lack is about to arrive, and all that spirit sees is an overabundance of everything you could ever possibly want being already present inside of your field of consciousness. And it is being drawn into your experience. In fact, it's being drawn into your experience ever so more quickly if you actually continue to assert the self that you wish to be by feeling how you want to feel in your future now. How would you like your future to turn up? If you want it to be really good, you've got to feel really good right now. Because the universe responds to how you feel, it does not respond to what is. There is no connection to what is and what will be, except from you regurgitating what is, so that you start to feel as if what is what is, and then it becomes indicative of what will be. But what is structurally has no relationship to what will be. It takes its cue from you. The universe takes its cue from you. It's always reading your system. It's always reading your feeling state. It's always responding to your vibrational attitude. Does that make sense? Have you noticed this to be true in your life? Yes. Epic. So, continue to understand, and this is the most difficult thing, and if you drive this home to your own petty mind, then your petty mind will cease to exist or only arise every once in a while, and then it becomes fun to look at it, instead of it being the ruling factor of your vibration, of your experiential life. If you get this one point right, if you get it straight, if you drive it home all the way into your heart, all the way into conviction, then you're set, and you don't have to show up to these meetings anymore unless you just enjoy spending time with some like-minded people. Now, the thing is, that you have to be more interested in attending to your vibrational state than you are interested in attending to your situational state. That's it. Sounds like it's easy peasy, but we all know that it's a little bit tricky when shit hits the fan. So when shit hits the fan, we immediately believe it's about the circumstance, and we shoot in situational control mode, where we should be in vibrational control mode. As soon as we give power to circumstance, we lose vibrational control. We give away our free will. We give away our power. Because we've been doing that for so long, we've built up what we call an unconscious mind. The unconscious mind would not be there, at least not in this particular way. It would simply and only and purely be the higher mind. It would purely be the higher self, unconscious to us, but we'd be in communication with it, but there would not be the self-created, segregated portion of our mind that we call the unconscious mind. It is only there because we have become lazy, vibrationally inept, vibrationally inadequate to take care of ourselves. So we gave away our power to circumstance, to other people's opinions, to what we should be doing, to what we should be thinking, to how we should be responding. And so now we have this unconscious pattern, this momentum that's been built up that we call the unconscious mind. Some people call it the ego or the ego effect. That disappears when we start taking vibrational control and we become uninterested in situational control or circumstantial control precisely because we know that what is has no relationship to what will be except from us. We are the bridge, we are the key, we are the communicator of our future. We are calling into our presence the future. Now, if you feel bad about what is, you will continue to attract a future that seems to not go so well, to not be so flowy and spiritual and in alignment with what you desire. It seems to offer you all these opposites of what you want. It's because you believe that what is has any control over what will be when it has none, aside from how you respond to what is. That is what will create what will become. Does this make sense? If you know this, if you drive this home all the way into conviction, then it becomes so much easier to apply what I'm sharing. If you forget about this simple, complicated fact, that you are vibrationally controlling your reality, not situationally, then you'll have to keep reminding yourself until you get it, until you remember, until it is obvious. Does that make sense? Does that resonate? Does that feel true? Good.